Yes, it is that time again, Halloween, my favorite time of year, and believe it or not, it's the fourth Agency New Business Tales of Terror episode. And as we all know, the fourth movie sequel is always the best, right? Yeah, just think of all those amazing part fours. Okay, there are very few good part fours, if any, so of any movie series, but we are here to deliver. That is, deliver 3 tales of terror sure to make your agency new business sensibilities cringe and wither into a puddle of goo. That's right, goo. Welcome to 3 Takeaways, your agency new business video series where we focus on one fright-filled new business category and give you 3 terrifying takeaways to help improve your new business program. Now, for our 3 takeaways today, we're actually going to give you 3 stats of terror, all taken from our brand new 2021 Agency New Business Survey report. So let's dive into our first horrific hurdy-gurdy. It's called Strapped to the Endless RFP Wheel. Okay, in our survey, we asked agencies in 2021 to date, how many RFPs have you responded to? Shockingly, 18% of agencies in our survey said they answered 10 or more RFPs so far in 2021 in the first 3 quarters of this year. Sweet mother, that's a lot. And in a follow-up question we asked, is your answer to the previous question an increase or decrease over 2020? Well, 57% of agencies said an increase. Talk about an endless wheel. The pandemic certainly had to play a part in this, as many agencies had to take work they might not otherwise have. But completing 10 plus RFPs over the course of 3 quarters is exhausting to think about, much less accomplish. You want your agency from a new business standpoint to be in that place where you don't have to take any RFPs, or at the very least can be strategic in accepting them. Now, on to our next manic missive. It's titled The Return of the 30,000-Pound Gorilla. Now, it comes from this survey question in our report. Do you have a single client that represents more than 50% of your agency's business? Now, unfortunately, this stat has gone in the wrong direction in 2021. 29% of agencies said yes, they do have a client that represents more than 50% of their business, versus only 17% last year. Ouch. Okay, now in all seriousness, it really is a little scary. I mean, one has to imagine the pandemic yet again plays into this increase. Now, with so much volatility in 20 and 21, many agencies had no choice but to take work where and when they could. So it was easy and often necessary to take more work from that gorilla client than maybe you're comfortable with. And it's another reason why agencies must plan a strategy for new business in 2022. It's one of the only ways, beyond referrals and networking, you'll be able to diversify your client roster. All right, time for our final atrocious adventure, and it's titled The Case of the Disappearing Pitch. All right, we asked agencies why it was harder to attain new business in 2021. One answer included an other option you could choose where agencies could fill out their own answer. So one stood out, and it's this. We've had a steady flow of pitches through relationships and posted RFPs, but we keep on losing pitches. Each time it's for a different reason than the time before. All right, there's the end of that quote. Now, our Halloween episodes are obviously always a little tongue-in-cheek, right? But this is, of course, a serious and a frustrating problem. The first step is to try and get feedback from that prospect that you pitch to as to why you're not winning that pitch. We know you don't always get that feedback even when you ask, but you do need to ask, and it sounds like this person maybe did. But second, you got to take a step back and assess where a possible weak link might be. And that weak link may actually be you. But as tough as it may be, acknowledging where a weakness is will go a long way towards tackling those pitches successfully. Okay, thanks for watching our 4th Halloween episode of 3 Takeaways. Happy Halloween. Lots of new business content on our site at rswus.com. Just hit the resources drop down. Boo.